Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 2. This week we are on module 2, and we're also on chapter 2 in our textbook. Chapter 2 is going to be covering using class list logs to look at both separation as well as school adjustment. But before we dive into chapter 2 and discuss that, I want to make sure that you see at the top of each module, I will indicate if we are meeting that week in regards to our Zoom class meeting. As you see, module 2 Zoom meeting Saturday, September 4th at 9 a.m. Very important that you attend. I will record this as well, but when you attend, you do receive extra credit points. We are going to go over in detail observation 1. So in detail, you do not want to miss it. And I will start by clicking on Module 2 Instructions. Instructions is going to give you everything you need to know for the week. So again, you're going to be reading Chapter 2, and I will always identify what I want you to look for during your reading. So it's good to have this before you read. You are going to be able to identify the characteristics of a class list log and to utilize it as an observation tool. And as it says right here on the second page of Chapter 2, the definition for a class list log is a specific piece of information on every child in the group. So again, it gives you an example, and it has a list of all the children's names, and then a brief note that you're making in regards to whatever you are looking at, right? Whatever you're looking at as the whole class. So you'll be able to understand a little bit more about class list logs after you read this chapter. You'll also be able to describe and reflect reflective journals and what the value is of that. You will also be looking at plans to help children and families adjust to school or groups, because that transition from home to school sometimes is very difficult for some young children. So it really talks about different things that we can do to help the children and the families. You will also identify warning signs of separation difficulties. What do you see when this is going on, and what can you do? What strategies can you utilize to help that? Minimize it, I should say. Also, again, strategies to include all children in school adjustment. So those are the things you want to look for when you're reading Chapter 2. And again, SLOs this week, we are covering all 3 of our main SLOs. And then to be successful in this module, you will need to attend the class Zoom meeting Saturday, September 4th. Again, the Zoom link, and I'm going to go back, it's under module 2, and it says 9 to, I believe it's 11 or 12. I'm there for as long as you need me. For whatever questions we have, we'll make sure we answer all of them before I let you go. Also, you want to review the syllabus for important due dates and assignments. But again, every week, every Saturday morning, I send you an email that tells you what is due for that week. And it also is embedded here within the module. You want to read Chapter 2. You want to review the chapter videos and the PowerPoints for Chapter 2 that I indicate for you. You want to complete Quiz 2 by Friday, September 3rd. And it's 11:59, and it's worth 10 points. Now remember, the quizzes, I give you 2 chances. So you have 2 options. The computer automatically takes the highest score for you. And your discussion board this week is called First Day of School, and we'll go in depth in that in one moment. But I want to make sure that you are aware that the original thread is due by every Wednesday. This is going to be your discussions for the rest of this course. So every Wednesday, your original thread is due, and by Friday, 2 peer posts for that discussion. That means there's 3, your original and 2 peer posts. You want to make sure they're all on separate days. If you do them all on the same day, if you do 2 on the same day, you will not get full credit. So make sure you're doing them on separate days. As I write here, posts must be on different days of the week. Okay, and then your assignment for this week is your anecdotal recording. That's also due by September 3rd, and it's worth 10 points. We're going to go into that in detail in one moment. But before you come to the Zoom class meeting on September 4th at 9 a.m., you need to print up the observation instructions and review them. Again, it's extra credit for you attending. I will be recording it as well. But you want to review the instructions and come prepared with any questions that you may have so I can address them. Okay. Also, you should begin at this point viewing videos. If you are going to go into a class, a face class, we're going to go into that, what paperwork you need for the director to sign. And I prefer you, obviously, to go into a lab school. Some allow you and some don't, or even a preschool. I'm fine with, if you work at a school, I'm fine with that as well. But if you're unable to go into a site, then I provide videos for you. And if that's the case, you want to start reviewing the videos that I have provided for you and to kind of look at them and see which ones that you will be utilizing. Again, it's important for you to go over the instructions to see what you're looking for and pick those videos that fit what you are looking for. Pronto, do you see this over here? This is called Pronto. When you click it, it's going to send out a message to everybody in the class. You need to find a partner for your assignment this week, and you also need to find a partner for your peer review for your observation. It could be the same person. It could be the same person the whole time through this class course. But the button is over here. It's called Pronto, and then you need to find a peer partner as soon as possible, obviously, to complete this assignment. So let's go back to Module 2 at this point and look over line by line what we're looking at. Okay, here we go. So we just went over oops, sorry, it's bouncing around. So we just went over the instructions, the Zoom link. The Zoom link is embedded. You just click on the Zoom link, and then you'll click on this blue link, and it'll take you right to our Zoom call starting at 9 a.m. Saturday the 4th. Let's go back. So you have your PowerPoints. They're open for you to view, Chapter 2, and it goes a little more in depth for you. Again, your discussion board this week is called First Day of School. So basically what I want you to do for this discussion is describe your first day of school, either as a young child or even as an adult returning to college. Do you still have those feelings, and how did you learn to cope with those feelings? Your first original thread is due by Wednesday, 11:59, and 2 peer posts by Friday, September 3rd, and all 3 must be on different days. So that is our discussion board for the week. Kind of goes hand in hand with this separation, right, that we're reading about in Chapter 2. And then your assignment is also due Friday, September 3rd by 11:59. And what you want to do is find a partner within class. Again, utilize Pronto, which is right over here. Oops, underneath here. Once you're out of this, you'll see that little Pronto that I just showed you. You want to ask a peer to tell you a child's story, perhaps one about themselves as a child that maybe family reminds them, or one about their own child, or one about a child that recently saw acting up at a supermarket or a mall. So you can even talk on the phone. You can talk to somebody on the phone about it, or you can go through Pronto, or you can go through email. But you want them to tell you a story. Then you're going to go back. You're going to analyze 2 parts. You're going to analyze who, what happened, what was said, where it happened, what did the observer learn or guess, infer about the child. And then you'll record your findings. And this assignment also is worth 10 points. Let's go back to Module 2. Okay, so right here you see Observation 1, which is children's motor development. We're going to be looking at both fine motor and gross motor, and here are the instructions. You're going to click on this, print that up, look it over, come to class on the 4th, our Zoom class, and ask your questions at that time. Okay, here are your videos. Here's some teacher-child interaction videos. So I provide videos for you. And we're going to go over all the other stuff. And of course, here's a video for you to view as well. And here is your chapter quiz for the week. And that is it for Chapter 2. I am looking forward to seeing you all again Saturday, September 4th at 9 a.m. at our Zoom meeting, where we will go over Observation 1. If you have any questions about this week's work, please do email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you on the 4th.